It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm fusing. He's heating up! Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Abusing them, that's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got to that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beer, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble.
Inconceivable!
East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, you know we don't play gang.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Another episode of the plus sides of being plus size? You got it, babe.
It's your boy, Papa Swole. Stop being a biche.
I am harder to kidnap.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Emotional damage.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test. Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 22 Hundo and 38 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your host? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everston K2 Flexin. On all you beaches.
The fucking Catalina.
How we doing? We got the Tainted Cam over here. Rufus is in the motherfucking house, and we got everyone tuning in and joining in. Make sure you hit the like button and share the stream. We are live on all the fucking platforms. You know the deal. We're available everywhere. Check the links in the show notes down below in order to catch the live streams. If you're only banging your ear holes, you're fucking missing out. You're missing out on the fun. So make sure you check out all the live stream channels. Let's get this beard in full focus. I think we got to zoom in. Wait. There we go. Nice. Nailed it. Thank you. Absolutely on point.
Inconceivable!
Oh my God. Fam, how we doing? Welcome to the show. If you're brand new, drop some cherries in the comments down below. We do have a great one, so we're not going to waste any time. A reminder that all the Swole fam posts that we're going to get into are all from swolenormousx.com. So another reason to join the fam is you'll get priority access notifications before the live stream, so you know every single time we go live. And it's a great time. It's a great time. Madeline is here. Oh my goodness. We got some cherries. We got some cherries from Madeline. I hope this isn't too uncomfortable for you, but the more you listen, the more you loosen up, and the better it gets. So again, welcome everyone to the Beastcast. Let's summon the Falcon. Let's get this Swole card open. Let's get the nut open. That way we can have the Swole card, and that way you can drop the appropriate hashtag in the comments down below. We'll give that Swole card away at the end of today's episode. So let's get it going. Here we go, fam. Drum roll, please. Oh, nailed it. Perfect tune. Excellent. I don't know. Oh, it's going to do one of these things where it's not going to play it's not going to do the soundboard. Leo's not going to pop up. I get it. For some reason, it just doesn't want to do it today. It's going to stay on the screen. Perfect. No worries. I'll do it myself. No worries. I'll go manual. That's fucking absolute bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
All right. Hashtag Swole privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's moisturize and get into that tip. Here we go. Hooah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, let's get into those Swole fam posts. Let's jump on in. First one today is from Brian from our Swole fam discussion boards. And Brian writes, "Hi, everyone. My name is Brian." Who would have thunk it? "I'm a former skate park rat whose aging body needs a lot of tender love and care, or TLC, and thought it was time to get off my ass. Looking forward to being a part of the community." Fuck yeah, dude. Welcome to the fam. Welcome, Brian. We got another post here from James. 2-year-old woke up at 5. No morning run for dad. That's fucking bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
No excuses. We took a walk to the further park. She had her choice of the playground, and dad got to use the workout equipment. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Hashtag no excuses. Go to the fucking gym. Most people don't. You got to adapt. I like it. James taking advantage of all 7 pillars, including, and most importantly, perhaps, pillar number 7, consistency. No matter what, getting it fucking done. All right, this is from Mommy Owl 7295 from our discussion boards on Swolenormous X. "Hey fam, I guess I'll chime in. I'm a busy mom looking for motivation and accountability to keep me committed to my long-term goals. I'm a novice weightlifter with a pretty good grasp of how to eat healthily, but I decided I need a community to keep me going." Well done. You joined the greatest one around, especially when it comes to nutrition and especially when it comes to training and all 7 pillars. So you said, "I'm a novice weightlifter." Great. You're here with a pretty good grasp of how to eat healthily. I think you're going to get your nips blown off when you start getting into the real nutrition, do an elimination diet, Mommy Owl. So a lot of people think, and I'm not talking shit about what you're doing because you didn't really drop it in the details, anything here. But a lot of people think that they're eating clean, they think they're eating healthy, and then they do an elimination diet, and totally humbling, right? It's totally humbling. So if you've done an elimination diet, most of you have, you can drop in the comments what humbled you about understanding what food does to your body. And I did a post on, a lot of the posts are on TikTok and on Instagram as well. But the one on TikTok where I was saying, fuck your cheat meals, and people say, well, I'm going to have pizza once in a while. I'm going to have ice cream, this and the other. if you don't believe in anything, you'll believe it. If you don't have any real strong beliefs and strong core understanding of this nutrition, you'll just be a sucker for anything. You'll just follow wherever the wind blows. And most people think that it's really about that one slice of pizza, that's really about eating ice cream, period. I'm not saying if you have a slice of pizza that you're going to have diabetes and you're going to die when you're 55. What I'm saying is the justification, the purpose, the negative effects of that on your body is more than you realize. It doesn't seem like much in the short term, but if you're doing, it doesn't seem like much, you're doing it every other day, you're doing it several times a week, that shit adds up. Constant inflammation, constant things that your body is battling do lead to long-term chronic conditions. You don't know what all the side effects are from adding in all these inflammatory foods and these processed chemicals and oils and such like that. So it's not so much that one time will destroy you, but in our culture today, and I'm not saying this is a religion, what I'm saying is this is something that you need to have. You have to have structure, you need to have discipline, and it's very rewarding. And the more you eat healthy, and most people don't understand this, they're going to just look at my videos on TikTok or on Instagram and be like, this fucking guy, he must be fun at parties. I always get that. You must be fun at parties. I'm not going to fucking parties, dude. Like, that's the whole fucking point. You must be really fun at parties. Not a party animal. You're not going to find me at fucking parties. So it doesn't matter. I'm not, like, I don't want to go to any parties. I'm not a party type of person anymore. Never really was in a big way. But you need to have that North Star. And that's where the 7 pillars come in. So it's not so much that I could have a piece of pizza. I could eat something crappy today. I could eat a bag of chips today. Am I going to lose all my gains? Of course not. I've done that before. I used to eat Sour Patch Kids like they were water. But it's once you understand what these foods do to your body, it gives you perspective and you don't want to do it. And it's not because you're being super restrictive. It's not because you're orthorexic. It's not because of any of these bullshit fucking labels that people put. You're just justifying eating something that you are addicted to. If you don't think you could possibly get rid of any of these foods, then you're probably addicted. You are. If you're like, I couldn't get rid of that. No, I can't do that. It's like, oh, come on. People get so angry. Why? Think about it. Why do people get angry when I talk about cheat meals? Why do people get angry when I talk about these garbage foods? It's like a child taking away their toy. And I'm not even in control of their lives. I'm just making a statement that's pretty objectively true. They just don't want to believe it. So they lash out in the comments as if they're telling me off. I'm going to sleep just fine at night if you eat a bag of Lay's potato chips. I'm going to sleep just fine if you drink a 6-pack of beer and eat a case of fucking hot dogs. I'm going to sleep just fine. You won't. I will. You're the one that's going to have those side effects. And people don't realize that these compounding negative effects, they don't happen overnight. But they certainly do happen in your 40s, 50s, 60s. And yeah, it's going to be a negative effect for sure. I mean, look around you, see how unhealthy everyone is. And guess what everyone's doing? Exactly what I just said. Everyone's doing that. Everyone's eating garbage. Most people just don't understand how bad these foods are for your body. They really do not serve you well. And the more you learn, the more you eliminate these foods, the more you follow this path, that glaring difference, that contrast becomes more and more apparent, and it just something you can't unsee. Once you unplug from the matrix, you just can't go back in. Welcome to Stephanie, everyone. Stephanie, welcome to the fam. Got a new member in the What's Up Beaches discussion board. Hi, everyone. I've always worked out and been in good shape. Just let the pandemic get the better of me and fell into a depression from not being able to work. Accountability is what I need most. I need people to hold me accountable and to tell me to get off my ass. Well, Stephanie, get off your fucking ass. Go to the fucking gym. You got that accountability. And reminder to Stephanie and everyone else, as a member, we have weekly accountability meeting live calls Mondays at 12 noon Eastern time. So every Monday at 12 noon, we have our live call and we hold you accountable every single day. The Daily Swole is here every day, holding you accountable. So Stephanie, you want to show up? You're going to make posts like that, I'm going to slap you across the tits. I'm going to get you in the fucking gym. We're going to keep you accountable, but make sure you show up for those meetings too. And of course, we archive them so you can listen to them later if you're working and such. Our last post here from Pablo. This is amazing. I'm going to block out the pictures first because they're just awesome. And I want to really focus on the words because the pictures are out of control. Pablo writes, "What's up, fam? I haven't posted in a while. I locked my focus, theft the social media on my phone, and committed to my health more than ever. I haven't felt like this physically or mentally ever. I feel strong, grounded, and I feel like I can carry the world. In just 1 year, the 7 pillars have changed my life. I am able to help my mom navigate through an elimination diet. She has pre-diabetes. The goal is to hopefully get her off the meds that she was prescribed. I will live the rest of my life following the 7 pillars. I love every single person on here. Thank you for inspiring me to be a better person. I work as a butcher from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and I listen to the podcast every day. I catch up on the episodes I miss live, and I binge listen to old episodes. I don't think I can ever say how grateful I am for this community. Papa Swolio is the GOAT. Thank you for all the knowledge cock and putting in my brain to go to the fucking gym. Hashtag SwoleFam 7 pillars. Go to the fucking gym and fuck average. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it, Pablo. Fuck yeah! It's been a while, dude. And that's not it. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. I love it. I love being a part of your day and making sure that everyone's staying focused. It means a lot to me. You're a part of my day as much as I'm a part of your day. But look at these fucking pictures. Tell me that isn't just the fucking bee's knees. Bro Jackson. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my God. I'm just going to let that sit on the screen. If you're just listening, you're missing out on this before and after. Or this is actually an after and before. He put the after on the left. But wow. Can we just drop some biceps and gorillas in the live chat for Pablo? This is insane. If you're just listening, this is literally insane in the best possible way. I don't have any details in this post. You didn't say what you actually lost, but holy crap. So on the right, what do you think? I don't even know what he was. I don't know how tall you are. But on the right, he just looks like dude working hard, you know, puffy, inflamed, round face, smiling, great smile. You look like a great dude. And then on the left, fucking shredded. You look literally half the size on the left. You look literally half the size. Definition, your arms. I wouldn't, if you were 2 people, I don't know. You do not look like the same person. Literally a different person. Literally a different person. And yeah, I agree, Cerny. Cerny says that you look, Pablo, that you look 15 years younger. Dude, congratulations. Talk about some swole privilege. Another round of applause for Pablo. That's ludicrous, dude. Unreal. Unreal. All right, join Pablo, myself, and the rest of the Swole fam inside Swolenormous X. Check out our memberships, all that, links down below, but also just head on over to swolenormousx.com. And we talk about the 7 pillars. Pablo says he's going to be following the 7 pillars for the rest of his life, as am I. And as is the rest of the Swole fam. And if you haven't downloaded your copy, we got links in the description, but also over there on swolenormousx.com in the main menu, you could download the 7 pillars. All right, it's question time. Question time. Let's get some gorillas. Let's take a look at the Tainty Cam. We got the Tainty Cam. Aww. All right, so we got him a new bed. We got Rufus a new bed, and like I suspected, he was going to lay half off it also. So the bigger bed is still getting, I guess, underused, but his head's like enough. I don't know what is with this dog hanging off the bed. It's big enough for him for now. But there's the Tainty Cam, and he looks delicious. All right, Swole Privilege for a chance. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. And if you have a question, we will take them from Instagram, and we'll take them live. Drop your question in the live chat down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. But before we do, make sure you hit the like button, share the podcast. We're available everywhere, and sharing the stream now because we're going to get into some questions for a while. Then we're going to go balls deep, and you don't want to miss it. So if you have friends or family or people that you know that enjoy the show or that you want to just slap across the face with a knowledge cock, now's the time. If they always ask you questions, they always blow up your ear holes, and you're like, all right, ask Papa Swolio. He does this every day. So send him our way. Send him the link. Share the Mancast right now. All right, we'll take some questions. Here we go. You didn't use the hashtag, but we'll still bring it up first. The Dusty Dud. Papa Swolio, I haven't watched for a while. Where's Papa Swolio? She's in the other room. She's actually doing great. She's doing great. But we got the Rufus cam going. So we got 2 new puppies. So we have 3. We have Papa Swolio. She's like 18. She's doing great. She's doing really well. But I guess she's just in the other room. So I would have them both here, but he might be like all up in her shit. So I want to get it to the point where I have both of them in here. So we'll see maybe someday. But for now, I'm just getting him used to being in there. He's just 6 months old. So I just want him to get used to being in the studio. And I think he's totally comfortable, apparently. And we also have Pinkston Churchill. Pinkston Churchill, we got Rufus Reeves. He's a tainty boy. And then, of course, Papa Swolio. So the Chihuahua, Pinkston Churchill and Rufus are like 5 days apart. So they're both really young. Dan, the 7 pillars are really straightening me out. Good to hear, bro. I'm glad. I love hearing about the 7 pillars journey. You know, you got to forge that path yourself. You have to navigate them. But everyone's got their own journey. Scott Asher, Papa Swolio, as a straight, white, swole privileged American male, how fucked are we?
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
A swoller body, white man, you mean? As a straight, white, swole privilege, how fucked are we? In what sense? In what sense? I don't know. Did anyone catch the Jerome Powell, his briefing today with the Fed? I don't know. We're pretty. There's a lot of shit coming down the pipeline. Anyway, I don't know in what context, but we're pretty fucked. We're pretty fucked. But I think we can make it through. I think a lot of people are waking up. Hopefully, we got a couple more months for people to really wake the fuck up and make better choices this time around. Tyler, how many times a week should I be playing? How many times a week should I be training the same body parts? That depends. It depends on the volume, depends on your goals, depends on what you've been doing already. Depends on a lot of things, depends on your schedule. I would say no more than 2, but it really depends. It depends. The more frequently you train, the less volume you're doing per workout. So you can train upper body, you can train total body 5 days a week, but you're not doing much per body part. You can do it 3 days a week, but so you're increasing the volume, but still 3 days a week. You see what I'm saying? Plus, if you don't want to be in the gym for 2 or 3 hours, depends on what your goals are. There isn't a one-off like, oh, you should be training each body part once a week or twice a week. And really, let's clarify this again, because I always actually say this when we talk about like program design. The 7-day cycle is very arbitrary. It doesn't matter. You can have a 10-day cycle. You can have a 9-day cycle where you do like 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, 3. You can have a 12-day cycle. A week is just arbitrary. That's what we use for the calendar. So your body doesn't know, it's Monday. I'm now fresh again. We're starting from scratch. Oh, the last workout was Saturday, so it's Monday. I'm all better. If you crushed it too hard, did too much volume, you're still going to be sore on Monday. It's going to negatively affect the following week. So it really doesn't matter what the day of the week is, honestly. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday. This is why I don't really like, if you look at the programming in X, and any of you that's done any of the programs, you know it's day 1, day 2, day 3. It's based on 7 days just because the calendar, but it's not listed Monday, Tuesday. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't. If you're taking a day off on Monday in terms of resistance training, you're doing yoga instead, great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I used to do 9-day cycles. It's fine. As long as you're being consistent. As long as you're being consistent and as long as you're providing the proper overload. So you want to give your body parts enough time to recover, but you want to smash them again. And if you're a natural lifter, you want to generally do less volume in your workouts more frequently. Natural meaning you're not taking juice. No apple juice, no orange juice. Too much sugar. All right, Josh, Papa's allergies all cleared up? Yes, thanks for asking. Yeah, it was just that season because we have a black olive tree, and I think it's called a black olive tree, and we had the mango tree, so they're both like, they're flowering. Plus, we have all the butterfly plants, so they're all blooming. So it could have been a combination of all those things. So it was only like the couple weeks. So this coming year, I guess in March, we're just going to have to keep her out of the backyard. We're going to know she's probably going to be coughing again. But now that we're aware of it, we're just going to hit it early. We'll make sure we keep her out of that because we didn't know. It took a while to figure it out, but then it got better once we were aware of it. So it was like a month or so, like 4 weeks of just when all the pollen was in the air, all the trees were flowering and shit. British Bull, Callum, Papa Swole, have you heard of Gary Lineker? An ex-football player in the UK moaning about the environment whilst in his V8 engine car. He's saying he was racially abused because he's a person of color. He's white. Oh yeah? Is he joking? Is he trolling? Everyone talks about like, saving the environment, then flies around their private jets. They're all full of shit. It's virtue signaling bullshit. It's virtue signaling bullshit. Okay? Not that we can't do things to improve. Like we shouldn't be dumping toxic waste into the oceans. But You know, I mean, to not use, I don't want to get into like the oil and fuel. Like we should be using as much energy as possible. And the only way we're going to be able to support the population that we have and develop technology and keep everything deflationary so people can afford shit. And like we need to be using energy. It's stupid to not use it. And plus there's so much wasted energy. So there's a lot of bullshit nonsense propaganda out there when it comes to the environment, when it comes to energy. And most of this shit is grounded because not everyone's using power all the time and you can't just store this shit endlessly. So power companies they just ground so much energy, which is why, and I'm just gonna go on a little tangent here. This is why the nonsense about Bitcoin is bad for the environment. Fucking nonsense. Bitcoin does not use more energy. It actually uses a fraction of the runoff energy that most of these power companies are just wasting. So like natural gas, all this like extra energy is not being used, is being wasted. So people like to kick and scream and still use their dishwashers and their clothing and their washing machines and their dryers, and they drive their cars and blah, blah, blah. So people they want to seem virtuous in one aspect, but they don't want to give up all their nice things. So they're full of fucking shit. How's that new iPhone treating you, right? How's that new fucking iPhone? You like that shit? Gotta get that new iPhone. Yeah, it's fucking all those rare earth metals mined by slaves in Africa and shit. Yeah. Everyone wants to put wind and solar everywhere, but where are you getting those minerals from? Yeah, you're extracting it and terrorizing people's lives in the Congo and shit. And there isn't enough of those rare earth metals to provide power from wind and solar for the entire world. So there's that too. How's that for a fucking rant? How's that for a rant? All right, I need some water. Everyone's ears are just bleeding that knowledge cock went in. I did spit on it earlier before we got into the tip. So there is that. All right, earmuffs. Jake, Papa Swole, what skills are you working on to live off the grid? I'm not. If it comes to the point where I have to live off the grid, probably not going to make it to get off the grid. What skills? I have weapons. I mean, if it gets to that point, I think it just comes down to like, do you have enough bullets for yourself? You only need one bullet, probably. You're not going to want to live through like an apocalypse like that, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, unless you're already doing it, there's no such thing as skills to live off the grid. You need to be off the grid. And guess what? If you're off the grid, guess what? You're going to have a lot of people coming to where you are off the grid. So you better be able to defend that shit. Yeah. A lot of people like to worry about certain things. Well, if you have an event like to that level, a lot of things don't matter at that point. So you got to do the best you can. Let's see. Scott, what do you do for a living? Mainly, I guess. What got you to this point in your life? That's a huge question. What do I do for a living? I'm the CEO of Swolenormous. I do this podcast every single day. And I'm the papa of the fucking Swole fam. Oh. And we make gains. Check us out, swolenormousx.com. What got me to this point in my life? Tons of hard work and learning and application. I guess to summarize that, it's doing it. It's doing it. I didn't just read books. I didn't just study in school. I fucking absorbed as much information. I had a hunger and a passion for gathering as much information, but putting into practice. You can think and have all these ideas and plan and like, you know, I wonder if this is better than this or whatever. That's why the elimination diet is you fucking doing it. Stop talking about like, oh, I wonder if this diet's better. I wonder if this, Papa Swole. No, elimination diet. You do it. You do it and experience the difference. You fucking do it. When you do it, you'll understand. Madeline, Papa Swole, looking to change my life and joining Swolenormous X after this live. I'm also planning on starting the elimination diet tomorrow. Good for you. Let's see. And was curious if counting calories is necessary. Thanks so much. I actually just posted a video on TikTok saying, fuck your macros, which is essentially fuck counting calories. Now, I always like to clarify this on the podcast, is that energy balance does matter. Of course, if you eat an energy surplus, you're going to have more stored energy. You're going to have extra energy that your body is going to look to put somewhere. The thing about an elimination diet is you're not getting processed seed oils. You're not getting processed sugar. You're not getting, overloads of just, of sodium chloride. You can be getting sea salt and other things, but you're not getting just those isolated things that cause like elevated blood pressure and bloating and swelling. So the thing about this is when you cut out all these garbage processed foods that interrupt the signals that your body sends within itself to tell you when you're full, the endocrine system. When you're not going to eat these foods, your satiety mechanism resets. So you actually start feeling shocker. You actually start feeling full when you're full. And you actually start feeling hungry when you're hungry. You're not just eating chips and then going to ice cream and then going back to olives and then going back to whatever, salt and then sweet and salt and sweet. Look on the back of, like, anytime you see these cookies, for example, I always use this as an example. If you look at Oreos, there's fat. It's from vegetable oils and canola oil and safflower and sunflower oil. There's sugar, of course, from high fructose corn syrup and cornstarch and maltodextrin and shit like that. And then they have a ton of sodium. It's like, why do you have fat? Why do you have fat and salt and sugar? It's because, you okay, buddy? Stay. When you have that combination, it hits what's called a bliss point. And this is why they spend millions of dollars in marketing and test groups in order to market these things properly. Not just the packaging, but the texture. Everything is scienced out to a T. So they know exactly what taste profile and what they have to hit on your taste buds in order to get you to not be able to stop eating. So, I mean, they literally use industrial waste products like, corn and soy in order to, and they subsidize it. That's why they get it. These companies can get it dirt cheap. And that's why they sell these massive packs of Oreos, 2 for $5, buy one, get one. You never see grass-fed beef like buy one, get one, unless they made a huge mistake because they're losing big time money. So that's why. So in terms of counting calories, when you do the elimination diet, I don't recommend doing it. And the reason why is because you really don't need to. It's very hard to overeat when you're training, you're lifting, you're exercising, and you're eating quality foods. Like, you can always ask in the group, in the Telegram chat, the Facebook group, or come back in on another live stream, because when you join, like you said you were after the live stream today, you'll get access to Swole text and the Discord and the Telegram group. So you get an alert notification before we go live. But you can also ask questions, in other times, of course, in the groups. And if you have questions about, like, hey, should I add this? Or what do you guys think? Or what did you do for your elimination diet? That's what we do all the time. So we're always helping people with their elimination and questions, because once you go down this road, you're kind of always customizing. You're always tweaking. You're always adjusting. It's not like, hey, I'm eating this now forever, I'm done. Sometimes over time, certain foods, maybe your body just reacts to them differently, because of your genetics or because of how the food is produced, or maybe over time things change. Sometimes people start getting some sensitivities to certain foods for whatever reason. There's a lot of different variables. The body is very complicated. So I would not worry so much. Do you have a lot of body fat to lose? Like, what's your current situation? But in all my experience, you just won't have to. It's very hard to overeat nutrient-dense food. Like, try to overeat in a day grass-fed beef or pastured eggs and fruit and stuff. Like, you're gonna feel disgusting overeating. You'll actually feel full. Shocker. You can actually feel full. You can actually feel full. That's 1,000% correct. And plus, fiat uses exponentially more energy than Bitcoin. Goddamn fucking right. So the Bitcoin miners, this is what's going to happen with all the power companies. The power companies are essentially going to become, Bitcoin mining companies. Once they understand that Bitcoin miners will literally Bitcoin miners are the best customers for power companies, because they will turn off their machines. They will literally use the power that you don't use whenever you don't need it. So if the power company is like, all right, we need to send a lot more power here, the Bitcoin miners will just turn off their rigs. The only thing the Bitcoin miners really care about is the price. So they'll be like, we will use everything whenever you want to turn on, whenever you turn off, as long as we get the lowest price possible. And it's just stranded energy that's not getting used. So most of what you're going to hear moving forward in the next couple years, at least, that you've already heard about Bitcoin being bad and blah, blah, blah. And then, it's bad for the environment. It's proof of work versus proof of stake. Proof of stake is trash. Ethereum, it's all fucking garbage. It's all centralized shit coins, but Bitcoin is proof of work is what makes it valuable. It's because it's stored human energy. You need to put in effort and work to actually create it. There's value going into it. You're not just hitting Control P and counterfeiting more fiat like the government's doing. All right, we're on fucking 5. We're on absolute fucking fire today.
He's on fire!
Fuck yeah!
Fucking lit. Oh, there's some tainty boy. My goodness gracious, tainty man. How tainty can you get? He's about 10 out of 10 taintiness right there. Oh my God, that tainty cam is really something else. All right, let's come back. Main cam. My good side, my other good side. My good side, my other good side. All right. No way. British Bull, we are now paying $11 a gallon for gas in the UK. Holy shit, they go by liter. Is that the conversion? Fuck. It's all Putin's fault. It's all Putin.
That's
it's all
fucking
Putin.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's all Putin's fault. Conveniently, this war is just stretching out. So we can blame Putin for everything. Right, Brandon?
Come on, man.
Okay, let's see here. None to not. Let's see. Papa Swole, what's the best way to heal from an Achilles injury? An exercise I could do to strengthen it. The best way to heal. You want to strengthen, you want to make sure you're stretching and getting your full ankle range of motion. So I'd recommend if you check out in the masterclass, the ankle mobility masterclass. So yoga is great. Making sure you're getting a lot of plantar flexion. You could be sitting back on your heels with your toes pointed, sitting up on a block. You can tuck your toes under. You can be, I would be activating your anterior tibialis, doing either with a tib bar or leaning back against the wall, doing toe raises to strengthen the muscles on the front of your foot and the front of your shin. And also doing things like deep lunges, deep squats, but activating and strengthening your soleus. So doing like seated calf raises, but also you can do soleus activation exercises like with your knee bent, leaning against a wall. You can Google that, but we also have stuff like that inside the masterclass section. And we're adding some more content in terms of calf programming. So those are some amazing, and you can start off like your day, start off with doing alphabets, like capital letters with both ankles just to get blood flow, but yoga and making sure you're don't just think about the Achilles tendon. You need to strengthen the muscles in the front, because if your Achilles is tight, it's also because you're getting limited dorsiflexion. So once you activate the muscles on the front, then it's going to collaborate with the muscles on the posterior, your soleus, your triceps surae, as it were, but your gastrocnemius and your soleus muscles that insert onto the Achilles tendon, into the calcaneus on the bottom of the foot. So it's going to complement. So if you want to create mobility, you have to strengthen the muscles on both sides of the joint, but just do so lightly. You don't need a ton of weight to start. Josh, Dan Bongino made a post showing $7 a gallon gas. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck. Where's gas where you are? I was driving the other day. I think it was like 5. I think it was 5 or so in Florida. Let's see. All right. British Bull, Papa Swole, what deodorant do you recommend? Using beef tallow soap and my skin feels amazing. Nice. Thanks for the recommendation. You got it. Also, jojoba oil is great. It mimics the skin's natural oils. So that's what I use for my skin. That's why I have such a nice glow, I suppose. Plus sunlight, plus vitamin D. Let's see, what deodorant? I would recommend, I don't use it often. If I do use some, it'll be like Native, I think it's called. Makes some good stuff. I think it's like phthalate, paraben, aluminum free. But I usually don't, I don't really use it. I don't use it often. But like if I'm going somewhere, I don't necessarily want to be like, it depends if I'm sweaty or not. But that would be a good one. If you're going to use deodorant, I would recommend something like that. But I generally don't think it's a good idea to coat your armpits. Because remember, anything you're putting under there is going to absorb in your skin. So people that are using Old Spice and all this shit, you get like aluminum and all these other fucking toxins getting absorbed right into your body. Axe body sprays and all these disgusting things, that endocrine disruptors, phthalates, and bleh. Gross. Gross. All right, scrolling down. The Dusty Dud. Papa, I heard vegans say animal products can cause diabetes. How can that be true? That's a good question. I'm new to learning about nutrition, so it's kind of confusing. I used to think the vegan diet was healthiest. Yeah, some people still do, but it's definitely not. Have you seen vegans? Have you seen what vegans look like? If not, Google them. Google what vegans look like. Google Google the biggest proponents of a vegan diet, and they usually look shriveled and frail. And you know what's interesting? I always see videos on TikTok or Instagram like, look at this. Like people say vegans aren't strong. And I see someone doing pull-ups. It's like, okay, bro. Like you could do that for now, but it's always a weird thing. Like you have to defend the fact that you're eating plants. A lot of nutrient deficiencies don't show up for like a few years. You could be a vegan for a few years and then just completely just destroy yourself. So I've done it. I've done it for 6 months. But I was eating garbage. I was eating low quality meats and stuff before that. I told the story all the time. I had nasty acid reflux. I felt like shit. So I went vegan vegetarian for like 6 months and God, fixed. It went away. My acid reflux went away, but I felt so hungry all the time. I was just hungry and I felt it in my DNA that I need a steak. But in that time period, I looked and learned about grass-fed beef and the difference and the quality of the food. So I came back eating grass-fed beef. I never have acid reflux from grass-fed beef. Never did. But I did from all the garbage I was eating before. Low-quality meat, low-quality chicken, antibiotic, pumped chicken, and all the other stuff that a lot of people still eat today. That's why I have perspective. I'm not just sitting here like, I have never eaten a cookie in my entire life. I know what it's like. I know what is possible, too, because I've gotten rid of that shit. Scott, Papa Swole, you're the fucking man, and you're out here changing lives. Thank you. How important is sleep versus gym attendance? I don't get much due to shift work as a law enforcement officer. Well, thank you for keeping the streets safe. Let's get a little America for Scott, and thank you for the comments. Appreciate it. Yeah! How important is sleep versus gym attendance? I don't think it's versus. I think it's, well, sleep is probably, I would say sleep is more important than water. Because you can go, 3 days without water? 3 days without sleep? I mean, you're probably going to pass out before then anyway. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Water and sleep. I mean, obviously water, they're both essential, okay? You're not going to live long without either one. So, I mean, you'll pass out as a result of lack of sleep. But sleep is exceptionally important. And I'm not here to bum you out, but it's very, very important. Check out the book Why We Sleep by Matt Walker. And you could also check out his episodes or his episode. I don't know if he was on more than once, but he was on Joe Rogan like in the 1100s. And the only reason I know that is because I mentioned it so many times. But he's a sleep scientist. So I could sit here and talk about how it's so important, but that's why it's pillar number 4, recovery. I could say how important it is, but why don't you go and listen from him? Yeah, pretty much he's saying like, he said stuff like, I think it was him saying that the resting state of humanity is more likely that we were meant to be asleep and then we became conscious. We became awake more so than we're awake and we need sleep. Like your brain is constantly getting inflammation while you're awake, and then when you rest, it recovers, and it's exceptionally important. So not getting enough sleep can raise heart disease and diabetes, and sleep is everything. I mean, think about what people do. They watch TV and shows and blue light. They don't get sleep. When you don't get sleep, you're chronically exhausted. You make worse decisions. You need to ingest so much caffeine just to feel awake. You are going to have much more sugar cravings. It's going to throw your endocrine system out of whack. You are going to store more fat, retain more water, have a harder time building muscle, skin quality, acne or blemishes and things like that come out. You're going to have a lot of like inflammation, stress levels, because you're stressed out if you're not sleeping. It's really important. Really important. All right, we'll take, we got maybe like time for one more question. This is not a question, but it's a good comment. Let's say, Heidi, Papa Swole just got back from my doctor today. I've lost another 10 pounds and dropped my A1C another 2 points. No question, just had to share. Fuck yeah, Heidi. Yeah, Heidi. Heidi, very nice. Oh my God, Loretta, my brother's families are vegan. His son broke his leg at 2 years old. My brother had to have a gallbladder out with complications. His son broke his leg I mean, if you're a vegan and your child's a vegan, brittle bones for sure. That's one of them. Teeth like malforming. Oh, it's really bad. Yeah, it's bad. But it's like that. It's literally an identity. Again, it's like the fat acceptance. You can't lose weight because then you lose your friends. When you're a vegan, you've probably heard all these stories. And a lot of you probably had that too. If you were a vegan for a little bit and you create a vegan community, you had people around you that were vegans, and then you weren't a vegan anymore, they lose their fucking mind. So people create their identity around it, and then they have to stay it. Like, this is who I am. I'm a vegan. Like, I don't say, hey, I'm a weightlifter. Like, I don't create my identity around what I eat. I'm not steak. If whatever reason, things change, like, I'll change what I do. It's not my identity. It's not who I am. But veganism, it's more than a religion. And it replaces religion because most people don't have religion. Like, you need to believe in something. That's why people are attaching themselves to hashtags and all these movements and woke bullshits because, technology kills the idea of God. Like, that's very commonly known. So people are looking for things to fill in the gaps. Aaron, I know a little about crypto. Are you using Bitcoin to make purchases or just as an investment? I don't sell my Bitcoin. No, I buy and I hold. My recommendation, not financial advice. One, log into your account right there on your homepage. Go to Papa Swole's book club and check out the Bitcoin books so you can learn more about it. Fuck crypto, learn about Bitcoin. And really learning about Bitcoin is learning about money and the history of money and the macro environment. And another great book is Ray Dalio's more recent book. He's not as big into Bitcoin, but the message is sound. Talks about like cycles, revolutionary cycles and financial cycles. So my recommendation is if you're buying Bitcoin, you're holding it for 5 to 10 years, at least. So any Bitcoin that I buy, it's not going out. But if you do use it, that's great to use it. You use a Lightning Network and things like that. There's already second layer on Bitcoin. That's going to change the fucking world, like practically free transactions. So if you use Bitcoin, you spend Bitcoin, just buy it again. So you can send it or use it for purchases, just replace it, just buy more. So if I did use it and I sent some, then I would just buy it again right away and replenish it. But I generally don't. We're actually going to be accepting Bitcoin for certain. I'm not going to say anything yet, but we're going to be accepting. Swolenormous will be, and Swolenormous X will be accepting Bitcoin for specific purchases. So keep that in mind. And you can, there'll be explanation on how you can send it if you're new or new to it. But we're going to be making that an option for certain payments. I don't think you can have recurring payments for Bitcoin, so it'll be certain special items. So you'll hear more about that. Okay, good question. God, a lot of great questions. We do have to move on. So good ones. Yeah, that's a good one. If you really want to understand, I mean, everything's moving so fast, but if you really want a good macro discussion, the What is Money podcast is great, but listen to the earlier ones. It's with Robert Breedlove, but go to the earlier ones and listen to the Jeff Booth series. The Michael Saylor series is great too, but the audio wasn't that great. But I would listen to the Jeff Booth series, like an 8-part series. It's fantastic. And that's exactly right. In closing, Jarella says people are spiritually bankrupt. Exactly. So they try to fill that gnawing emptiness with things like social justice and veganism, yet they're still unhappy. Fucking nailed it. Absolutely on point. Exactly what I was saying. Bingo, fam-wise. Guess what time it is? Oh. Let's go.
That's
all right. If you haven't yet, smash, press, use your thumb, hit the like button, share, all that good stuff. Hit the bell notifications, all that good shit. We got a little tainty boy. Rufus is such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Look at those pepper paws. Look at those. He's a pepper popper, man. Look at that beesh. Sexy beesh. All right, we got a couple. Speaking of food and speaking of nonsense and speaking of bullshit that I'm never going to fucking eat, check out this absolute gutter trash. You ready, fam? You ready?
What's in the box?
All right. Straight from the taint. Soy delicious or a big missed steak? Funny, Daily Mail. All right. I guess Mail Online. I don't know if, Mail Online, whatever. Tries the world's first plant-based filet mignon with vegan fat made from sunflower oil and protein fibers that mimic real beef tissue.
What the fuck is that?
Okay. Created by a Slovenian firm called Juicy Marbles, the fake filet mignon contains fat made from sunflower oil, which is trash, by the way, and soy protein that mimics real flesh. Rather than using 3D printing or scaffolding, Juicy Marbles uses a patent-pending machine to align layers of protein fiber, in quotes, from the bottom up. And here's like a picture of, let's see. This results in a texture that imitates the fibers found in beef tissue, resulting in juicy chunks that, quote, softly tear away. Or you could eat a real fucking steak and not be a soy boy. Juicy marbles, filet mignon, tender plant-based steaks. Gross is so bad for you. Check this shit out. All right, let's read this a little bit more. Juicy Marbles says on its website, the experience is exquisite, the texture firm yet velvety. As juicy chunks softly tear away, one may begin to question reality. Well, nope. Yeah, question reality. Sure. One may describe it as succulent, luscious, or outrageous even. I do think it's outrageous. Let's look at these ingredients. So you know what steak has in it? It has steak. That's the ingredient. This has water, soy protein, wheat protein, sunflower oil, beetroot powder to probably mimic the blood look, salt, yeast extract, iron, vitamin B12, thickeners, and emulsifiers. Excellent. So if you're actually eating meat, you'll get iron. You'll get vitamin B12. These added forms are not as readily absorbable. So people think like, hey, well, it's fortified by all these things. You're not absorbing it well. You don't absorb when you add, there's many different compounds. There's many different ways you can absorb, like forms of iron. There's different forms of vitamin B12. There's different forms of vitamin C. There's different forms of these things. They're not as easily and readily absorbable when you add it because it's fucking garbage. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. To replicate the filet mignon's luxurious consistency, Juicy Marbles doesn't use 3D printing, nor does it grow it in a lab, unlike other current methods. Instead, it uses a mysterious machine called the Meat-O-Matic 9000.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
The Meat-O-Matic. It sounds like the Ass Pounder 4000 from Always Sunny. The Meat-O-Matic 9000, which layers proteins into linear fibers, mimicking muscle structures. Primary ingredients of the fibers are water, soy, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. And beetroot powder, which does a decent job of replicating the deep pink color of cow flesh without the blood runoff. This is disgusting. This is so bad for you. Juicy Marbles has also used sunflower oil. This is one of the major things that you don't want to consume are these polyunsaturated seed oils. These are so bad for the human body. To replicate a filet mignon steak marbling, the webbing of creamy white fat that makes beef so juicy. I'm about to throw the fuck up. All right, I'm getting a little bit nauseous. That doesn't look tasty to me, but I also know what it is. I don't know, fam. Look at that. That does not look like a steak, bro. That does not look like a steak. Not buying it. Literally not buying it. I'm not buying it. Is it worth it? I'd say just about. I'm sure you would. You're probably getting paid to write this article. If you're hosting a dinner party, vegan or vegetarian friends will be seriously thrilled to try this product, especially if they used to eat meat and still have the occasional cravings. If you have occasional cravings for meat, it's saying something. You're not getting enough nutrients. You're actually hungry for real food. Shocker, you can't live on tofu. You can't thrive on tofu. Alternatively, feed them to all your carnivorous friends. Listen to them rave about how it's the best bit of meat they've ever tasted. I doubt it. I mean, look, I don't, who knows? Maybe it does taste somewhat similar, but I'm not putting that in my mouth. Like if you're trying to trick someone, like try this, like, oh, wow, it doesn't matter. Like, oh, wow, it does taste like, you can make a lot of things taste like a lot of things. The snozberries taste like snozberries. It doesn't matter. I don't want those ingredients. Like, oh, you tricked me. Ha ha ha. As if it's only about the fucking flavor. Wow, it tastes like meat. It must be just as good. It's the stupidest fucking thing. It's the stupidest fucking thing. Doesn't make sense. Gross. Gross. Speaking of gross, yeah, I'm not reading that tweet. Let's get into some videos. All right, here we go. That was a tweet from a stupid person, and it was just, I don't want to read it. I hate those ones where it's like, me, nurse, and I have to like read like a script. No. Give me things that didn't happen for $500. Alex, thank you. Pick a number between 1 and 4. 1 and 4, fam. Pick a video.
What's in the box?
Pick a video. Number between 1 and 4. Let's go Tainted Cam. 1 and 4. Oh, look at him. Tainted man. Aww. What is he? Look, see, this is why he's the tainty boy. Because he always goes taint up. So he's leaning against the wall and is just taint is to the sky. Dude, if you leave a Hershey squirt on my wall, I'm going to be pissed. If you leave like a shit stain on my wall, you're not getting fed tonight. If you leave some poop on the wall. Yeah, well, he doesn't have balls, Tiff. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. I wish he had balls. I wanted him with a ball sack, but he didn't have it when I met him. But the thing is, he doesn't have a ball sack, which means he has a super fucking long taint. He has a super taint. He has a super long taint. So there's the benefit there. So he doesn't have balls, but that means he just has it's just taint. It's just asshole to the dick. It's just, all he has is taint. That's all he's got is taint. Taint length matters, and we all know that. Get yourself some gear. papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole. Save 10%. People are going to lose their fucking mind when I start wearing my Taint Length Matters shirt. I got so much apparel coming. It's going to be fucking awesome for these videos. All right, let's see. What we got here? Let's go Jarella, number 4. Jarella to the main stage. Jarella to the champagne room. Hey-o.
Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth. $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion, $1.4 billion.
Okay. I knew we'll get that. It gets longer every time I hit that button. All right, Jarella number 4. And the reason why we raffle these off is because we all get to blame you. So when the video absolutely just destroys our brains, we get to blame Jarella for it. So Jarella number 4. And this is going to be, holy crap, these videos are really going to be uncomfortable today. All right, this video is called This One Gets Weird. That's what it's called. This one gets weird.
What's in the box?
Seems like a long one, but let's just do that.
Change a person and how they behave. History has shown time again that famine causes cannibalism. During the Minnesota starvation experiment of 1944, Samuel Legg, one of the participants, severed 3 of his fingers with an axe.
Hold on a second. What's happening here? It said at the beginning, what's CW? Caption or, I don't know what C... Vivid discussion of disordered eating, starvation. All right, I'm kind of curious as to where this goes, because it says this one gets weird. It's already weird, so I'm kind of curious as to how much weirder it gets.
Still can't explain why. Know that genetic conditions and diseases can cause polyphagia, overwhelming hunger. Someone born with Prader-Willi syndrome, which causes a literally uncurable hunger, is unlikely to survive to adulthood unless their access to food is highly monitored.
What are we talking about?
They display personality traits consistent with the Minnesota starvation experiment. In 2014 and 2018, I gained 100 pounds. My purse was filled with dense snacks like Cliff Bars. I couldn't go 3 hours without eating.
You're eating Cliff Bars. Those are garbage. Let's continue.
Cold, sweaty, and would panic. I thought about food all the time and hesitated to eat in front of others because of the quantities I would consume.
All right, she has on the screen, I was disgusted by my lack of self-control, disgusted by my weakness. I'm not going to read all these comments. You have to watch, but all right.
They disgusted me, but I continued eating. During these years, I moved a lot, so I saw 12 to 14 people with medical degrees. But because I never stayed long, they didn't see me gaining weight. They only saw a fat person walking in the door and discounted what I was saying. And so both they and I missed the root cause of this uncontrollable hunger.
What is the point?
In 2013, my psychiatrist put me on Abilify for persistent depression.
Ah, your psychiatrist put you on a medication. All right, so you're fully fucking medicated. Your body isn't getting the right signals or all sorts of different things. What is happening here?
He was weirdly sexist and told me that I needed to stay thin, and this is the only medicine that would allow me to do it.
I doubt
never
that was
investigated it as the cause of my weight gain, but neither did any of the medical professionals that I told I couldn't control my eating habits. This is sometimes a side effect of Abilify. It's known, it's well documented. People who prescribe this should know about it. In fact, they do know about it. But time and again, when I told a medical professional that I felt that I had overwhelming hunger that I could not control, they said, all fat people feel that way. When I stopped Abilify because I was happy and didn't really need it, I started filling my plate out of habit and then
When I stopped it because I was happy and I didn't need it. All right. So you're taking a medication for depression. So you feel happier and then you feel happier and then you go off it because you didn't need it. Well, that's probably the reason why you're happy. Let's not change any of the habits. Let's just jump from drug to drug.
looking down and being able to eat only 30% of it. Suddenly dieting was ridiculously easy because I'd been trying to diet throughout all of this.
What are we doing here?
All of a sudden a switch was flipped. And the more weight that I lost, the less hunger I felt. The easier it got to maintain a nice, normal diet. So now when someone who's never been fat tells me that being thin is just a matter of self-control, I know they're just ignorant. If you are a medical professional who feels that anyone can lose weight, you think that any disease will improve if you improve your diet. If you think that the majority of
Yeah, pretty much. Like, all right, the disconnect here is that these people are only talking about like gaining and losing weight. How about eating quality foods? And guess what? The extra shit that you're keeping around for no reason on your body is going to disappear, for fuck's sake. Notice how we're not talking about any of the lifestyle habits. We're just talking about eating. And not once did we talk about quality food. We only talked about Cliff Bars. So who knows what the fuck this person's eating. Yeah, her voice is so grating. It's like,
obesity cases are caused by nothing but a lack of willpower.
20 seconds.
I ask you to take a moment and challenge these perceptions after any patient tells you they feel they can't control their diet. They are coming to you because they need answers, and they are likely not seeking them elsewhere.
90% of the population in this country need help with eating. So this is like, okay, yeah, fish live in the sea. What's next?
You are their Sherlock Holmes. Do not let them down.
This didn't get weird. This one was just stupid from the beginning. Boo. Fuck you. Oh, no. We're not doing it again. All right, let's do another one. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. It's all right.
What's in the box?
All right, I know that was extra. I just have to get out of my system. All right, Cerny, save us. Cerny, number 2. Cerny, number 2. Let's go. Oh, my God. We go from shit to underguns. This one's called Kids and Kink Coexist. Oh, my God. When we go balls deep, this ain't no joke. Kids and kink coexist. Can you say Predator? This is in response to a comment on TikTok. It says, I've never seen kink at Pride that felt inappropriate for kids. Wow. Well, you know, gay pride parades turned into like a fucking, hey, everyone look at my dick. That's what this all turned into. It's just people that are like sexual voyeurs and they just want to, like, exhibitionists. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with gay rights. It has to do with like people that want to like strip in front of others. That's all it is. We know
I want
that.
to clarify this for a second here.
Okay.
I'm not saying that kink isn't kid friendly. I'm saying that kids and kink can coexist at
They can.
Pride in a totally fine way.
No, you're a sick
There's
fuck.
a nuance here. That making an event...
There's no nuance. There's no nuance. One example, there's no nuance. Kids and kink don't... No. What the fuck are you talking about? What in the actual fuck are you talking about? Kids and kink do not coexist. They should not coexist. They should not be at these like gay pride parades with people slinging their dicks and their tits around. No, they should not be. So anyway, let's continue. Thanks, Cerny. Fuck's sake.
Kid friendly doesn't mean sanitizing it, aka taking something like kink out of Pride. Making Pride kid friendly is not the same thing as sanitizing Pride. Making it Pride...
What are you talking about? Holy shit. Can you imagine using so many brain cells to try to pretend like there's logic here? I love how all of these tards use all these complicated sentences. Like, it doesn't say anything. What are you talking about? Like, go do some math or some shit. Like, go build a fence. Like, go create something. Stop. I don't know. Stop this fucking like linguistic jujitsu about stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter. Oh my God.
Kid friendly, or I prefer kid safe. is about making sure we're including and putting kid and youth voices and including them in Pride and particularly any justice spaces.
Yeah, let's put kids in justice spaces. Let's put kid in this trans lunatic drag queen space. Let's just throw kids right in there. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get kids in there. Let's get the kids in there. Those impressionable children. Let's get them in there. Let's confuse them. Let's just pretend like men and women don't exist. Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's do it. Yay. Yay.
Kids and youth voices are vital to justice movements because they are
brainwashable. There it is. You said I finished that sentence for you. I'm guessing you're going to say brainwashable. Yeah, they're you can manipulate kids. Of course, kids and children and youth are essential for justice movements because you don't have your own kids. You have to take other people's. Straight out of 1984. Ah, yes, the spies. Ah, yes. Take everyone's kids. That's right. We need kids. Of course you do. Because that's the only time that you're going to be able to tell these fucking children. They believe in Santa Claus. Of course they'll believe anything you fucking say. Oh my God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. People like this are so confused about what they are that they're not going to breed. That's the only thing that we have going for it. Is like, it'll just die out eventually. Literally.
Kids and youth voices are vital to justice movements because they are a vulnerable and marginalized group on their own.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's fucking sick. You actually said the quiet part out loud. You said that? Say that again.
Because they are a vulnerable and marginalized group on their own.
They're a vulnerable and marginalized group on their own. Kids are... All right. You're just using words now. You're just using words now. Yeah, Jarella. I mean, Pride is fine. Drag bars are fine. Sex clubs are fine. Yeah, I don't care about that. For adults, consenting adults, you do what you want. Yeah, I don't care. That's exactly right. When you talk about kids, that's why I'm raging. Vulnerable. Ah, yes. Vulnerable. They're not marginalized. Vulnerable. Yeah.
Which includes their intersecting identities and oppressions. So I'm not saying that kink isn't appropriate for kids.
It isn't.
I'm saying they can and should coexist with each other.
No, they shouldn't. It is inappropriate for kids. Oh my God. Get fucked, literally. You need some kind of like, I don't know what you are actually. I don't even know if that's a man or a woman, to be honest. That's confusing. I feel marginalized that I don't know what you are. I can't believe I can't tell just by looking at you. All right, that pissed me off. I'm gonna Tainty Reprieve. Let's look at Rufus. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Before I say something, I'll get us banned. All right. Not ask Papa Swole. Tainty Cam. You're so cute. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah. You're a good boy, Bubba. You're a good boy. You get some good sleepies? Yeah. Good Tainty, man. You're a good boy. All right. And there he goes. The Rufus Reprieve. Ah, beautiful. Washes that gunge out of her eyeballs. There you go. Get some Rufus action. You can lay the other way, dude. You can lay the other direction. His head's hanging off the edge. All right. We need something else. We need maybe one more. Let's see what we got here. All right, pick a number between 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Let's do one more. We got one here. The Brian Show. Brian, glowing artiste. Brian, let's go. Brian to the main stage. Here we go.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
All right, Brian coming in with number 2. And this is a stitch. A fertility stitch. Holy glasses. My goodness. Oh, so this is a stitch. This person stitched a video from Rebel Wilson. I feel like I know who that is. I've heard the name. I don't know who it is. A lot of you probably don't. It probably doesn't matter. This is titled Stitch Fertility, so there's another video coming in. Oh, we're not in the Tainted Cam anymore. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Last one.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? A huge pile.
I had an appointment with a fertility doctor, and he kind of looked me up and down and said,
what is it?
You can guess what that doctor said. I want to share my 2 cents here because I had to see a fertility doctor 7.
Who be porking that? Yabimba. Shabadoo. No. Okay. Just go like, hi, I had to go see that. All right, here we go.
You can guess what that doctor said. I want to share my 2 cents here because I had to see a fertility doctor 7+ years ago now after trying for 4 years unsuccessfully to get pregnant on my own. And I was so...
Maybe that's why, because you're doing it on your own. You know you can't finger bang your way to a pregnancy, but all right, just saying. All right. That could be the problem. It was like, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Scared. I was so scared to go to that appointment. I had a panic attack on the way to that appointment because I was so certain that that doctor was going to be unwilling to help me because of my weight. I don't think I've ever been happier to be wrong. His response when I asked him, which I did because I just kind of couldn't believe that he wasn't going to shame me, was, I've had patients of all shapes and sizes have healthy pregnancies. I really don't think that's the problem. So if you ever have a doctor who won't listen to you or won't treat you because of your weight, fuck that doctor. Get a new doctor.
Okay, well, you can get a second opinion or a third opinion. But this doesn't change the fact that you will have greater risk and complications as a result of not being healthy. It's just the reality of the situation. It's just the reality. If you're obese, it's going to be harder for you to get pregnant. If you're obese, in most cases, right, you're going to have a lot more risk. It's a higher risk pregnancy. It just is. And certain people have high risk pregnancies for a variety of reasons. So it's like, if you go to a doctor and the doctor says you can't be, fuck that doctor. It's like, okay. You could just go get another opinion, but they're not wrong. They might be like, hey, you should probably be getting healthier before you try to have a baby. How many people are just slathering themselves with phthalates and endocrine disruptors and eating garbage food and not getting quality sleep and eating shit and not exercising? Oh, I'm having trouble having a baby. I wonder why. Oh, you fucking wonder why? You wonder why after all that, and you have your cell phone, with 5G and Wi-Fi in your pocket, blasting your ovaries or your fucking coin purse all day long, and you wonder why you're having like fertility issues. Yeah. I mean, look, if you're obese, it's a product of your lifestyle. You're not obese just because you exist. You're obese because of your lifestyle habits. Now, you might be more predisposed to storing body fat because of your parents, because of your genetics. Sure, you're predisposed, but it doesn't mean that you are destined to be like that. It's because you need to take extra care. And a lot of people have to do that. Some people have to work extra hard to build certain muscles. Some people have to really be a lot more specific and intentional with certain things in their life because of predispositions. If you have genetic heart disease, you have to be extra careful for certain things because you have a family history. If you have a history of obesity in your family, it's going to change your genetics. It's going to change epigenetics. It's going to make you more predisposed potentially to being obese yourself, but it's not a fucking life sentence. Your habits just need to actually fucking map to what you want more than you think. And most people don't fundamentally understand chronic inflammation. Like I said, when I talk about cheat meals, people think I'm talking about cheat meals as if I'm talking about you on a Friday night eating a pizza. Like that's a fucking cheat meal. No, I'm talking about people having a fucking Diet Coke on a Monday. Most people think about cheat meals and they're normally drinking soda or a Gatorade and they don't even think about that. And then I come on TikTok or Instagram and talk about cheat meals and like, oh my God, once a week. They're already eating shit all the fucking time. They're not sleeping. They're not exercising. They're not doing any of the 7 pillars. They're trashing their body all the time. And then they think they can justify a fucking cheat day as if they're not cheating 24/7, 365 because they're completely oblivious to what these things they're so used to doing, what they actually do to their bodies. My God, we're there. We made it. Didn't know we could make it. Didn't know. I thought it was going to be all over. All right, fam, we're about to give away today's Swole card. A reminder, head on over if you have not yet checked out all the brand new apparel. Head on over to papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off your order to check out all the new designs. Let's kind of like run through that. We talk about them. We show them now and again, but make sure you're checking out all the amazing stuff over there at papaswolio.com. The link's also over on swolenormousx.com if you want to check the main menu. But over at Papa Swolio, we got hats, we got mugs, we got tees, we got crop tees and crop hoodies, and we got the Swole variant, we got Swole since birth, we got flags, which are fucking fire. Get your Swole flag. 7 Pillars flag, got the Swole fam flag. We got the Captain Swolio. Use code DailySwole, 10% off. Sun the Nips, Toxic Muscularity, all that available over there at papaswolio.com. And of course, join the fam today over at swolenormousx.com because it's Wednesday. And guess what happens on Friday? We have an overtime segment coming up on Friday.
And that's the way, I like it. Fishy in the sunshine band.
Overtime, baby. Overtime. Overtime coming up this Friday. So Friday, it'll be the live stream immediately after. Immediately after the live stream. For members only. Let's see here. Validus, the comments keep telling me that I can't comment, sir. Are things being edited? I don't know. I'm not touching it. I'm not even on Facebook right now. You probably flagged. Facebook probably flagged you for something. I have no idea. I don't edit comments at all. Mark, do you have that Starbucks shirt there, or is that coming soon? We have to get a new design because they won't let me print it anymore. So I know. So we're gonna get a new 2.0. We're gonna get a new design for the fuck your pink drink, fuck your peppermint mocha, fuck your pumpkin spice. I think that's all of them. We have 3 of them. So I don't think that they're not currently available. I know a lot of people are asking for them, but we're gonna have to come up with a new design in order to bypass that. I think it's just copyright or the new site. Since we shifted, they flag that. They don't let us print it. They just keep on being unfulfilled. Okay, so let's give away today's Swole card. Hashtag Swole privilege. And I think, let's get a little music. Kick us off. Yeah, a lot of you that got the fuck your pink drink shirt back in the day, that's when you needed to get it. A lot of you got the OG shirt. Hold on to that tight. Hold on to that shit. All right, I think you all know the winner today.
Congratulations!
It's motherfucking Pablo. Abso-fucking-lutely. Congratulations, Pablo. What an amazing post. It's got to go to Pablo. It's gonna be, not me, it's gonna be Pablo. Everyone knows Pablo deserves today's Swole card. What an amazing fucking post. Congratulations, bro. Everyone, it's on you. It's on you. It's your responsibility to drop in the Facebook group and let Pablo know that he won today's Swole card. Pablo, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2238 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations, brother. And if you're just listening to the show, my goodness, don't miss out on this before and after. Fucking unreal. So congratulations, Pablo, for that. Ooh, a fuck your vegan steak shirt. Oh, there's a whole collection coming. There's a whole collection. Jarella, they're collector's items now. I know, the original ones. Could probably do like a custom print and then mail it out. Like, not gonna necessarily do it. We might. Maybe we'll do it. Hey, it could be some kind of like exclusive. Could be a P3S, could be a Signature Series 1 in the future. If we can get it. But I have an idea. I think we can make some other cool designs. We just have to change it enough. But it's weird. I think it must be some kind of thing. They must cross-check it with, logos or an archive of logos. You can only imagine that Starbucks, and they do that with Disney. I remember I had a design for Gaines as Old as Time, because I think we still have that on the site. It was an old school shirt that we had, and the Gaines as Old as Time, it got flagged, but because we had Belle. It was Belle and the Beast, and it was in one of those. It's like one of the like that iconic when they're looking at each other, but they were ripped. The Beast was sleeveless, biceps, and Belle was her arm was yoked, and it got flagged right away. So Disney has so many lawyers and scans and artificial and AI stuff that scans all these sites. So that shit got flagged immediately. So I'm sure it's not much different. All right, so Swole cards. By the way, a bunch of you are waiting for Swole cards. We have a ton. that are going to go out, including the P3S3 Swole cards. So if you're still waiting, they will be coming soon. And that's what she said. Oh,
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
so they'll be coming out soon, and hopefully you'll get them ASA to the P, and you can put it in your favorite Swole card spot. Let's nut this beach. Fam, we'll see you inside the Telegram chat and, of course, the Facebook group and all that good shit. Also, tomorrow, 22:39. Stay tuned because I know today was an evening show, but we're probably likely going to be doing some early morning ones also. So, of course, I will Swole text you. I will alert you and let you know when we're going live. But you can always catch the replay, of course, on any of the pages if you watch the show. And also if you listen to the show, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, I don't know, Podcast Addict and Podbean, like every single platform you could possibly imagine. But if you want to find all those links, go to thedailyswole.com for the live stream links, for a bunch of podcast links. And you can share that website, thedailyswole.com, with a bunch of people, and they can have all that link list right there as well. All right, fam, here we fucking go. Falcon, kick us off. We'll take some soundboard requests if you got them. We'll take some soundboard requests.
How about I send you a hobo's dick?
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
You switch the samples. I got hairy legs. We choose truth over facts.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
I love that one.
I fart in your general direction. I got hairy legs.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Hadouken! 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 You lose.
No, we're all winners today, fam. We're all winners. There's some changey boy. Good boy. I'm planning on doing, maybe we'll do some sort of like Rufus treat, right? For super chats, he gets a treat. You get to give Rufus a treat. I always give him treats at the beginning and the end of the show. That way he loves doing it. He loves his liver sticks.
I am the danger.
We nailed it. He's on fucking fire.
He's on fire!
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
Fucking nailing it. Oh my God. Here we go, baby.
Chicks will dig you. Or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
Stand! Stand! Stand!
You're very welcome, Kim.
I better use my strong hand.
That's where the piano cut comes in. It's my strong hand. Don't look, Rufus. Dad has got his piano cut. Oh, fucking nailed it. How'd he do it? I had no hands. No hands. I did it with my dick. Just in case you didn't know. All right. That's why there's that E for explicit next to the podcast. Yeah, earmuffs. All right. Join the fam, swolenormousx.com. We'll be back here tomorrow with another amazing show. Episode 2239. Be there or be square. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh. Ow.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Ay, yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new